The English divide nobody talks about. Hi, hello, welcome to the next video. Today we're going to be watching a recommendation of Andrew. Thank you so much. You have recommended this video to me. It's from a very big channel that I have never ever heard of before. The channel is called Jay and Mark, and apparently they're a really big YouTube channel. They have 1.7 million subscribers. How have I never ever heard of them before? This is so weird. Also, please forgive me for my nose. My voice might sound different today because my nose is a little bit stuffy. I don't know what happened. Probably another histamine dump of my body and a mast cell overreaction. I'm sorry, I don't want to bore you with the details. Let's just talk about the divide in England, or the English divide. I don't know if it's about the language or the country or the people, or because I have never ever heard of an English divide. I've heard about the divide within the UK into several parts, but never within England only. So I don't know what we're going to find out in this video, but judging by the huge audience that this channel has, I might probably find out very accurate information. That's what I'm getting from 1.7 million subscribers. So I'd say let's just jump straight into it and see what this is all about.
Today we're taking a sideways look at how we divide up England.
Welcome to Map Men.
We're the men,
And here's the map.
I was just wondering why they were standing like that. Oh, what?
On the 25th of March 1994, the
with
BBC
this
broadcast
intro?
a very unusual programme.
It was an episode of Tomorrow's World Mega Lab, a science show where viewers could take part in various
cool.
experiments at home.
Oh,
And it
that's
included
cool.
this.
Here's a question for you all. Have a look at this photo.
If you think she's
Wait, aren't
smiling,
those-
dial this number.
And if you think she's not smiling, dial this number.
But there was more to this question than first appeared, because at the end of it, they revealed that
That's
the
him,
country had been
isn't
split
it?
in two and had been shown two slightly different versions of the programme.
Earlier on, viewers in the eastern
What
half of the
the
country
hell?
only saw a one-frame flash
What
of the
is
same woman
this?
with a beaming smile. Viewers in the west didn't. The experiment was to see if one subliminal frame could affect eastern viewers' votes.
We'll tell you the results later, but for now, we're concerned with something much more concerning. Why on earth did the BBC split the country vertically?
Splitting the UK into
Wait,
east
did
and
they
west
do
is
this
something nobody
in
ever does.
reality?
Britain,
I thought
well,
this was
England
just a
especially,
joke.
is far more used to a horizontal-ish line, splitting the nation into northerners and southerners.
I'm already
England's
lost.
north-south divide is a fierce cultural rivalry, reflected in films, TV programmes, books, TV
Oh.
programmes based on books, internet memes, internet quizzes, former West End musicals, and 10-year-old YouTube videos.
It's
But
their
despite
own
all the
YouTube
deep-rooted
video.
north-south mythology, is this weird programme onto something? Have we all got it wrong, and could there actually be a stronger case for an English east-west divide? And if so, where is the line?
Well, that's easy. A simple divide down England's 9 government office regions places these areas in the west and these areas in the east. Everyone knows which side they're on. No Midlands, no problem.
But you can arbitrarily split any shape in two. It doesn't mean that the two sides are actually any different from each other. What's the difference between vertically splitting England and vertically splitting this carrot?
Quite a big one, because it turns out there are lots of
Why
very
would you
persuasive
split the
maps providing
carrot?
proof of this particular peculiar perpendicular partition. And where better to start than hundreds of years ago?
The year is 585 AD. Well, it was, but I'm using the present tense to add a
I'm sorry. Before we talk about what he just said, why is he wearing this hat? What is this? Like, like why? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. And he takes away from the seriousness he probably wants to portray. Okay, 500 something. Okay, for everyone who hasn't seen any of my videos yet, I am watching all of the UK's history at the moment. I have this channel where there are 20 parts, 20 videos about the UK's history. But at the moment, I haven't arrived at 500 yet. I'm still in the late Roman Empire. So I'm very far away from what he's talking about. So I guess what I'm learning today is already a part of what I'm gonna learn in the future when I get to that video, to that history video. Okay, but now I'm sorry, I have to go back because the hat was so distracting that I kind of didn't listen to what he just said.
Hundreds of years ago.
The year is 585 AD. Well,
Okay.
it was, but I'm using the present tense to add a sense of urgency. And the Germanic Anglo-Saxons are invading from across the North Sea, creating a stark east-west divide, with Anglo-Saxons in the east and the Celts in the west. The relics of this divide will be, or are being seen 1,500 years in the future, aka today, in the strong Celtic DNA
Why do you have to make
of
it so
people in
complicated?
Cornwall and Wales. Now, 1,200 years earlier, or
Wales. Why
300
did you
years
say it
from
like
now,
that?
or what was now when I started, it is 865 AD, and England is once again split down the middle, this time by a new border known as the Danelaw. From Essex in the south to Durham in the north, the Vikings now dominate the east, while the Anglo-Saxons, at this precise moment in the past, retreat to the west. And in the future, this will be reflected in the place names of English towns and cities to this.
Wait a minute. Viking town names Thorpe, Kirkby. What? Is this the ending of town names that have been named by Vikings? Also, I've heard of that part of history before because I have watched Rob's video about the influence of, for example, the Vikings on the English language. And he explained that there are still words nowadays in the English language that came from that time back then. So I kind of know a little bit already. However, I do have a hard time like understanding and remembering all that information that he's trying to tell me why he's doing all that stupid stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so distracting. He's wearing this stupid hat and also he's throwing in all this time salad in his sentences. That makes it really hard for me to concentrate on what he's actually saying. But so far, so good.
This will be reflected in the place names of English towns and cities to this day today. And now it is that today, and a new wave of illegal migrants in small boats.
But leaving history to one
What?
side, there are other ways to show that the country is vertically divided, and one of these is based on geography.
Isn't everything? Geography.
Yeah.
Geography. 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 Geography.
From a physical point of view, there's a clear divide down the middle of the country, a vertical spine from the top of England all the way down to Durham.
These are the Pennine Mountains. They're lumpy and hard to live on, making them sparsely populated and hard to cross. And that doesn't just go for people,
Oh.
but for clouds too. And to help explain this, let's go over to
The
Tim
clouds
for the weather.
too?
Thanks, Mark. Well, as you can see, England's weather is...
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm still laughing at one of their old jokes and they're already making 10 new ones. I can't comprehend what's going on screen. Like, what the hell? Okay, let's recollect. So, what does the English breakfast have to do with geography? I mean, yeah, it's the English breakfast. Maybe that's it. Probably. And also, there are mountains over here, and clouds have a hard time dealing with those mountains. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Okay, maybe he's gonna explain. And why is he wearing that wig? Oh my gosh. They do this on purpose, right? I'm not crazy. They do this on purpose. Like in every single scene is something stupid.
Thanks, Mark. Well, as you can see, England's weather is heavily influenced by westerly winds carrying moist air from the Atlantic Ocean. Now, when this moist air reaches high altitude areas like the Pennine Mountains, the air rises and cools, forming rain clouds, getting everybody nice and wet. By the time this air reaches the eastern side of the country, it's in a so-called rain shadow, leaving these areas as some of the driest in the country. Liverpool, for example, gets more than
clouds
1,000
do
millimeters
really
of
have a hard
rainfall
time.
every year, whereas Hull gets less than 700. So if you're heading out on the western side of
didn't
the
know that.
country, don't forget to bring your umbrella.
Thanks, Tim. Yes, I forgot my umbrella once.
Oh, nightmare.
I got soaking wet.
Yes, I've been wet before.
Getting wet. We'll be right back.
Well, welcome to the final week of your identity fraud course. Looking around the room, I'm very excited
Fraud
to re-meet
course?
all of you under your new stolen identities.
I can't keep up with that much crazy. What the heck is going on? What was that awkward scene at the end there? The conversation between him and the weather guy, and this guy just staring at the screen the whole time. I felt so uneasy. This was awkward and cringy, and I love every single second of it. Okay, now we're in a fraud course. What the heck? Why?
Well, welcome to the
I'm
final
crying
week
happy
of your
tears.
identity fraud course. Looking around the room, I'm very excited to re-meet all of you under your new stolen identities. Should we start with David, or should I say Admiral Campbell?
Yes, I've stolen more than £30,000 from the real Admiral Campbell by taking out lots of credit cards in his name.
What's going on?
Salute you. Brother Nick, introduce us.
So, Nick is from a Franciscan order in Puglia. Had to learn a bit of Italian, but
I'm
got an EU
confused.
passport.
Are we still talking
Really
about
useful
England?
if you end up on the run. Okay,
Are
Pete.
we?
Oh, you're still Pete.
I
Pete.
couldn't steal an identity.
Why not?
I tried. I picked a guy my age. I tried to hack his data through multiple brokers, but there was no trace of them.
That's
Oh,
impossible.
is this
It's not.
a
because
commercial?
It turns out he had Incogni.
What's
Oh.
in dear?
Incogni,
Oh
the sponsor
my
of the video that this
God.
advert is in the
I
middle of,
didn't
is an
see that
automated
one
service
coming.
that searches
Oh
for
my
data
God.
brokers and contacts them on your behalf with a
Incogni,
legal
of
demand to delete
course.
your personal data from their databases, keeping you regularly updated
Okay,
and
that one
keeping your
got me.
identity safe online. They even have a custom
That
removals
one got
feature,
me.
allowing you to also input a link where you found your data online, and Incogni's privacy specialist will take care of the rest. In fact, it was such a good deal that I bought
I mean,
Incogni
everything in
myself.
this video is
What?
just so crazy, so I
get
didn't
discount
really.
by clicking link in description and using code MAPMAN to get 60%
What?
off annual subscription.
Hang on, guys. Let's not reward the enemy. What about the last few weeks?
I'm terribly sorry, but with Incogni keeping
King
everybody's
Charles.
identity so safe, this all feels rather pointless.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe there's no future in identity fraud.
Well,
So-
maybe there's not.
Who wants to become a burglar?
Welcome back. Another phenomenon
Oh,
dividing
hi.
England
It's you
vertically
again.
and keeping the east and west sides of the country separate is transport links.
Or lack thereof. London, despite being tucked away in the bottom right corner of the country, is the nation's capital and only megacity, sucking all motorways and high-speed railway lines in its direction.
Oh.
What this means is, England is very well served by vertical transport links, but horizontal ones, especially ones far from London, are slow, limited, and usually a poorly
What?
thought out afterthought.
And I'm proud to announce
I'm sorry, what? 3 hours and 20 minutes to get from Bristol to Cambridge, but just 2 hours from Preston to Coventry. And also in one go, because from Bristol to Cambridge it's 2 changes in between. Oh wow, I hate changing trains. That's so annoying. I mean, I don't know how, maybe it's different in the UK changing trains. In Germany, it's annoying. So freaking annoying because the Deutsche Bahn, I don't know if you've heard of it before, most of their trains, and I'm talking like 90% of their trains, are either late or don't exist the moment you arrive at the station where your train should have left, but it's actually not there. And most of the times, your train is late, but the next train isn't. So in order to get your next train, you will have to sprint from one train to the other because you have like literally 1 or 2 minutes at the most. And that's not something that happens every now and then. That is almost the norm nowadays, that you always have to run to get the next train or you miss it because they don't wait for you anymore. They used to wait back then, but nowadays it's just become the new normal. And the train's just gone when you arrive, or you literally have just 1 minute and you just have to run in order to take the next train if you want to get to the place where you want to get to. So seeing that there are 2 changes in between, this sounds like a nightmare. At least for a German person.
Afterthought.
And I'm proud to announce today that this government is investing more than £400 in an east-west bus link connecting Manchester to Sheffield in just 3.5 hours. Oh, be grateful, it's more than you've had in the last 50 years.
A combination of a mountainous middle and magnetic metropolis makes a strong case for a transportational east-west divide. But there's something even more important than trains.
No, there isn't.
The economy.
Okay, guys, welcome back to
economy,
Matty's
yeah.
Money. Today we are talking about the massive inequality between the east and the west of England. It goes right back to the industrial.
I'm sorry, but is he doing this on purpose? Like if you record a video, clean your background, what the heck is this? He did this on purpose, didn't he? Because that looks so unstable. And also, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And why is he wearing 2 or 3 hats? Oh, I don't get that. I'm sorry, I don't get that, but it's really funny, to be honest. Oh, and his mug. Oh, I love that. Look at that. It's so cute. Oh, it's orangey from the inside and all the colorful dots on the outside. I love that mug. Where can I buy it? Also, it's very big. Love big mugs. Have one myself, but it's not that cute. Okay, I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with the video whatsoever, but I was just distracted by all of this and I needed to spell it out before going deeper into this topic. Okay, let's restart again.
Okay, guys, welcome back to Matty's Money. Today we are talking about
It's
the
still
massive
distracting.
inequality between the east and the west of
Okay.
England. It goes
Concentrate.
right back to the Industrial Revolution, yeah? That was mainly in the west. Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham. Okay, yes, Leeds, Sheffield, I hear you, but not so much, yeah? And that is because the soft water is more suitable for making textiles. And so the east got left behind. That's just a fact,
Oh.
yeah? Oh.
It's not gonna
Still
work.
wet, man.
Why would you do that? Just put them away. What? And why is he letting all of this in the video? Why is he not cutting it out? Oh my gosh, I hate that. This is my kitchen. 100% every single time they don't fit anymore.
And what's weird,
Did he
yeah,
just
is that
leave it on the
today,
floor?
That divide is back. Since the financial crash, the Northwest has grown 50% faster than the Northeast. You don't need me to tell you that is massive, yeah? And the West Midlands as well, they've grown 20% faster than the East Midlands.
Oh.
Lincolnshire, Rutland. It's like, where even are they? Nobody knows where Rutland is.
What?
I don't.
So, with all this clear geographical,
Historical
economical,
and transportational basis for such a strong side-to-side divide.
What
Why is
are
it never
those
talked about?
shirts?
why hasn't an east-west cultural divide emerged?
Why are there no east versus west memes?
Oh my gosh. Do you know what I thought when I saw those shirts? My brain wasn't comprehending because I was reading you. Like you. I'm like, why? Oh, but it's east and west. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. It still looks really weird though. Even though it makes sense that there is an east and a west side, but I don't know, those shirts. Oh my gosh, did they make them especially for this video? Looks like it.
Clear geographical,
Historical
economical,
and transportational basis for such a strong side-to-side divide. Why is it never talked about?
why hasn't an east-west cultural divide emerged?
Why are there no east versus west memes?
Why no chance of dirty eastern of football matches?
The answer is that the east-west divide has a major flaw. England
It
is like the
has?
plot of Avatar, long and thin. And this causes 2 problems. Firstly, the divide is so easy to draw, it makes any clickbaity quizzes, where is the east-west divide, no fun at all.
And second of all, with such a long vertical divide, far more
Oh my god, why do they do that? I want to learn, I want to concentrate, but in every single scene they do something that distracts me from what they're actually saying. Why do they have to stare at the camera when they're not talking? The whole time this guy on the right explained something, the left one was just staring at the camera, like watching me all the time. It distracted me. I didn't get what he was saying, like the plot of a movie that's really thin and then it cut out. Like Why are they doing that? Oh.
Avatar. Long and thin.
Avatar.
And this causes
okay.
two problems.
That was a movie.
Firstly, the divide is so easy to
Stop
draw,
looking
it makes
at
any
me.
clickbaity quizzes,
Okay.
where is the east-west divide, no fun at all.
And second of all, with such a long vertical divide, far more people would find themselves on the same team as people hundreds of miles away, but a different team from people just down the road.
It doesn't
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense for Leicester to be enemies with Birmingham, but friends with Brighton and Berwick-upon-Tweed.
That's true.
One single region stretching from Carlisle to Cornwall can't be expected to coalesce and create a combined community. And you can tell just by listening to it. England, despite being one of the smallest big countries in the world, has perhaps the largest variation of dialects and accents. A gifted linguist.
I mean, it's not a surprise. I've heard of this before, but I've never seen it like this. There are so many accents that I have never ever heard of before. I mean, I do know some of them, like Essex, Cockney, or Scouse, Norfolk, Northumberland, Smoky, Hull, Potteries. I think I've heard of Potteries before. Cumbrian, Devonian, Somerset. I'm sorry if I'm butchering some of those names. That's because I have never heard of that before. And I have heard of London dialects, but right next to it, there is Kentish. And I've never heard of Kentish before. Wow. I really need to watch more videos on England or UK accents. There is so much to discover here. Unbelievable.
And accents. A gifted linguistics professor could listen to someone say this sentence and place them within 50 miles of their house.
But it doesn't take a gifted linguistics professor to hear that sentence and place it broadly in either the north
Don't run a hard water bath.
or the south,
Don't run a hard water bath.
and that, let's face it, is a huge part of why the north-south divide has become such a cultural phenomenon in a way that
Oh.
east-west never could.
Because you can immediately hear which side you're on, the north-south divide has caught on.
There was a subliminal message. What was it?
One eternity later.
Oh my gosh, after 50 replays and putting it to the speed of 0.25, I finally got it. Oh, this way up when maps go wrong and why it matters. Mark Cooper Jones and Jay Foreman. Oh, they wrote a book. Why would they do that though? No one can see it when it goes by that fast. But they probably do know that we're all nerds and we want to know what was there, that we would go back 100 times. Actually, that's not that bad doing it this way. That's really clever commercial right there. I can see what you're doing. That's cool.
The north-south divide has caught on, been reinforced, and become a thing. And, rightly or wrongly, the two sides perceive each other differently.
Which, it turns out, is precisely why Tomorrow's World Mega Lab used this weird east-west divide in the first place.
The experiment to prove whether one frame could change your brain would only work
Geography.
if the two sides were, in every way possible, equal.
If they'd used the more traditional north-south divide, the audience might not have believed the outcome and put the result down to a cultural difference between the two sides.
That proves nowt. Us northerners don't know a smile when one slaps us in the face because we're so bloody miserable.
Oh, just a second. I gotta go back. I got some of those things that he just said, but
That proves nowt.
that proves not. That proves nothing.
Us northerners don't know a smile when one slaps us in the face because we're so
Those northerners don't know a smile when one slaps them in the face.
bloody miserable.
Because we're so bloody miserable. That was easy.
Is this a smile?
Is this a
I don't feel like I've
smile?
learnt
Okay,
a
that
thing.
was easy.
What do you mean?
Well, all we've done is find out that the east-west divide doesn't work, so it doesn't help in any way when it comes to understanding our country better.
Not so.
How?
Whilst a single East or single West national identity may be missing in action, the East-West divide can still be a very useful thing to consider if we integrate it with the North-South divide. By using two simultaneous axes to break up the country, we create 4 distinct regions: Northwest, Northeast, Southwest and Southeast.
This combined compass quarters categorization gives us the best of both worlds. A map marked not only by strong historic and geographic boundaries, but also reflected in strong cultural differences and feelings of identity between
Oh
the
my
regions.
gosh, my brain can't concentrate because it's twice the voice. I mean, you know what I mean. Oh my gosh. Ugh. My brain is distracted so easily. If there is something little, like something, I'm pretty sure most of you would have no problem understanding him. Most of you. But my brain's just mixing up everything. Oh my gosh, you can't like stop thinking about why he's doing that and why the picture is dirty like that and why the voice is there a second time. I know why they are doing that. My brain is constantly like trying to think about that though. Oh my gosh, it's the hell? Why is my brain doing that? Okay, let's start. I swear I'm trying to concentrate my hardest now.
And southeast.
This combined compass quarters categorization gives us the best of both worlds, a map marked not only by strong historic and geographic boundaries, but also reflected in strong cultural differences and feelings of identity between the regions.
And still broad enough to retain all the fun.
This took all my energy. This took all my energy. Why is this so hard for me? I don't understand. Am I the only one? Come on, this can't be normal.
Of identity between the regions.
And still broad enough to retain all the fun of making sweeping generalizations about the entire populations of huge chunks of land.
Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, let's look at that. I see different people, and most of them I don't know. Wait, isn't this Oasis? I think it is, but I'm not sure. Also, I've seen him before, but I don't know what he belongs to, like what kind of band and all. I do know Amy Winehouse, and also you guys play different sports, like tennis and football and like American football and what's the sport called? Cricket? Okay, I'm shutting up now. Different kinds of food, like schnitzel and potato chips and ice cream and apples and all that. Okay, so you are indeed different when it comes to several categories in your life. I've never seen this guy before. Who is he? Or these two? I have no idea. Or this guy over here. Or these four. Never seen them before. He looks like a politician, but I don't know. Okay, let's continue.
Perhaps this new, better northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast divide
We're still working on the branding.
could make for stronger identities, better memes, funnier stereotypes, making it less likely you'll be put on the wrong side and finally getting rid of the Midlands once and for all.
So what were the results of tomorrow's World Megalab's experiment about subliminal frames?
It made absolutely no difference.
Oh. Okay, there is the book again. That was an entertaining, fun video for sure. Thank you so much for the recommendation, Andrew. I had so much fun watching this, like for real. Also, I do want to know, please help me out in the comments, how much of that is really accurate? I suppose everything is accurate because those guys, they seemed as if they knew what they were talking about, to be honest. So I think most of that is pretty accurate. But why is a cow just over here and nowhere else? Like, are they really important in this part and in the rest of it? Because I would have thought that cows are everywhere in the UK, not just in one part. I don't know. I have learned something and I have laughed, and that is all I wanted. Thank you so much for watching this video together with me. Please let me know about the accuracy of this picture, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye!